Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Office Bloke Daz.
I'm Gaynor.
Here we are, the two of us.
Yeah.
If you're new to the channel, welcome. James Corden, the man who made the world hate him. What's your take on him?
So I used to love Gavin and Stacey.
Yeah, it was very funny.
I used to love him. And then when he did Carpool Karaoke, used to love watching that. Then when he moved to America and he started to do that talk show, I think he just got too big for his boots.
Yeah, I think his ego took over. I think he took over when he was still in the UK, if you ask me.
Right.
Gavin and Stacey, this is how I see it. Gavin and Stacey was funny.
Yeah.
And it kind of like made him what he was.
Yeah.
He became a big star in the UK. And then he did a video with the, I think it was with the England team, football team.
Okay.
Where he sort of did a team talk. I can't remember who the manager was at the time. It might have been Sven Eriksson. But he did like a team talk, and that made him like put him on a thing. And then all of a sudden, I think he thought he was the go-to guy from the man of the people to the bridge between the Joe Public to the football world.
Right.
And he kind of his ego went right up there.
Yeah.
And I thought, you're not funny anymore, mate. You've done your bit, and now you're sort of like milking it a little bit. And it's like, calm down a little bit.
Yeah.
Someone needed to get up and say calm down. But then I've seen videos of him acting around, like you say, when he was on the Late Show, or when he was on different talk shows or whatever, acting like a proper like diva. Yeah. And for me, that just shows you the knob.
Well, I saw a video of him in a restaurant where basically they were saying, "Sorry, sir, we don't have any space," and he was like, "Do you know who I am?" And
I thought it was something to do with being served something.
Yeah.
And didn't the chef throw him out?
Yeah.
The chef was a famous chef as well, and I think he just went, "Get out.
Yeah.
You're not welcome here." But if with that thing as well, where people have "Do you know who I am?" type thing, or "I should be here," or "You should look after me more because I'm James Corden," or whoever you think you are, do one.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's not. I don't give a shit who you are. Wait.
Yeah.
You know, it's if there's a line, you're waiting.
Yeah.
You don't get any preferential treatment. I kind of get it if you're a superstar celebrity, and
you don't want to be harassed.
it's not that. If you go in a queue, you're going to cause a bit of mayhem. And you're thinking we don't need that. You push you straight through wherever. Kind of get that, but then again, you shouldn't be there at certain times if that's the case. You know that's going to happen. You know, but this guy, he went straight to his head a little bit too much, and he become like he believed in his own hype.
I think he's moved back to the UK now.
That's the problem, I think, because what we've got is when he was away in the USA, I never heard of him.
No.
I was like, thank God. A bit like when we moved to the USA, we didn't know the Spice Girls.
Yeah.
So it was for me, it was like, thank God. And then they sort of like hit the USA just as we moved out, which was good. And now he's back in the UK, and he's trying to get back in the good books of everyone by doing Gavin and Stacey again.
Well, it's the last one.
It's a Christmas special, isn't it? Sort of thing. But I probably won't watch it.
Oh, I will.
Because he does me head in.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get into this. He said, James Corden, the man who made the world hate him.
And we asked him to take part in this programme.
Right.
And he chose not to.
I didn't know that.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're discussing the career of infamous comedian James Corden and explaining why this man is so loathed by the general public. For those who don't know, James Corden is a comedian and actor from London, best known for his role as Smithy in the sitcom Gavin and Stacey, a show written by Corden and his co-star Ruth Jones.
Someone to help you and support you and be around. I'm saying you've already got that.
The show was a hit, and Corden became quickly adored by fans, who saw him as a rising comedy star. He began to branch out, starring in a variety of other movies and TV shows, such as Lesbian Vampire Killers and sketch comedy series Horn and Corden. Both of these were terribly received, with Corden even saying his sketch series was a complete mistake, with critics calling it excruciating and critiquing its problematic and childish comedy.
Horn, solid as a rock. He's waiting, but Corden, it seems to have gone to pieces.
So within 3 years of Gavin and Stacey airing, Corden's reputation had already deteriorated. His first major controversy came in 2010, when Sir Patrick Stewart criticised his hosting of the Glamour Awards. Stewart told him he looked like he'd rather be someplace else, since he was standing around with his hands in his pockets, looking rather bored.
Oh, you couldn't be more wrong, sir. You couldn't be more wrong. Oh, genuinely. And if it looked like that, I'm so sorry. But when you come up and present an award, just get on with it. There we go.
While Stewart's scolding of him wasn't blameless, many said Corden's response was uncalled for and painfully arrogant.
Sorry, I'm waiting for the punchline. Go on. No, seriously, go on.
Okay.
No, go on. You can see my belly, and we can all see you dying right now. Let's go for it. Here we go.
The incident quickly became viral, and the spat marked one of the earliest signs of his divisive public persona. It was around this point that reports of his rudeness began to see the light of day. When the cameras were off, he was allegedly quite unpleasant to work with. When Gavin and Stacey won the TV Programme of the Year award at the 2008 BAFTAs, the first thing Corden said on stage was a complaint about not being nominated for the Comedy Award. Others noticed him grow increasingly unpleasant as time went on.
This is also where I lost interest with him when he started. I stopped watching League of Their Own because of him.
Yeah.
And they binned him off on that.
Yeah.
For instance, when he began to host the game show A League of Their Own, reports claim he mocked one of the writers and started giving directions for the director. While discussing shooting one scene, Corden supposedly lost his temper and shouted, "What the f*** is going on here? It's obvious what you do, it's so obvious how you shoot it, it's stupid." The show's director went on to brand him as the most difficult and obnoxious presenter on television. It's said he even started treating his co-star and longtime friend Ruth Jones poorly, highlighting how quickly the fame had gone to his head. Eventually, in 2015, it was Corden's time to run to America, probably due to the negative opinion the British public had of him. The Late Late Show's previous host, Craig Ferguson, left the show, and it was Corden who took up his position. This was when he became widely known in the States, with popular comedy segments like Fill Your Guts or Spill Your Guts, and most famously, Carpool Karaoke. He tries to come across as an everyman, but his talk show makes him appear the complete opposite of this. He's rude in interviews, regularly talking over guests and interrupting their sentences. Carpool Karaoke is a treasure trove of irritability, with Corden often appearing overly theatrical and never sincere.
Do you know what it is as well? He thinks he's got a really good voice. So
He thinks his shit don't stink.
He wants to sing along with all these stars because he thinks he's probably going to get, like, you know, a singing contract or something like that. But he really thinks he's got a good voice, and he's got a good voice, but it's not amazing.
No, I mean, you hear some people who are actors or what's it singing, you think, wow,
Yeah.
you know, it's they can sing sort of thing. But he's just for me, he's just very, very. He grinds on you a little bit too much for me. He's got a lot of self-importance where he's like you say, he's arrogant with other people, and to get arrogant with other people takes a special somebody that to sort of do that. Especially when he spoke to Patrick Stewart, and I'm thinking, would he speak to someone like that who's a bit younger and a bit bigger?
Yeah, I don't think it's anything to do. I think he's a bit like I think he wants to be like a Ricky Gervais. He's nowhere close. That's what I'm saying. But I think in his mind he thinks like, oh, you know, I can do that job.
That's going from like Premier League Ricky Gervais. He's not even in the league.
Yeah. I think that's what he thinks, that he is.
Possibly, he's a knob.
He's usually determined to sing louder than his celebrity guests and puts the focus on his antics rather than the celebrity guests.
You know, I'm sitting right here.
Additionally, it turns out he wasn't even driving the car. He was being towed along, misleading everyone. He also felt fake in his interactions, usually pretending to be overly familiar with A-list celebrities. It was during this era he became more viral, appearing in more events and commercials than ever before, as if he was trying to force his way into every branch of pop culture.
Yeah.
Numerous high-profile opportunities presented themselves to Corden, from major movie roles to hosting award shows. One of the most famous of these was Cats, where he played the role of Bustopher Jones.
No commonplace mouses have such well-cut trousers or such an impeccable back. Yeah, you got it. Here we go.
Yeah, big
His
time.
appearance in this movie was a thing of nightmares, with him being turned into a disgusting CGI humanoid cat in a suit. It was such an appalling film, Corden has admitted to never even bothering to watch it himself. Another controversial appearance was in The Prom, where he was cast to play a gay character. Sure, Corden is somewhat flamboyant in his mannerisms, but he is a straight actor, which reinforces offensive stereotypes. His portrayal of the character relied on outdated, exaggerated cliches about gay men, making his performance feel more like an insensitive caricature rather than an authentic and nuanced portrayal.
Might just be the most insultingly misguided, offensive, and laughable performance that this reviewer has ever had the squirming misfortune to endure.
Controversies became a regular occurrence for the comedian during this time. For example, in August 2017, Liam Gallagher called him a knobhead. This was in response to being asked if he
Liam Gallagher calls everyone a knobhead.
would star on Carpool Karaoke, which he harshly refused. Gallagher went on to admit that he's never seen Gavin and Stacey because he knows he won't like it, since James Corden is a knobhead. In October 2017, he made some awful quality Weinstein jokes when hosting the Amphar Gala.
So beautiful, Harvey Weinstein has already asked tonight up to his hotel to give him a massage.
The audience responded mainly with sighs of disappointment, and Corden quickly apologised following the event. He was also accused of stealing material from Noel Fielding in 2017, which was a joke about distracting robbers by whispering to them.
As it came down like that, right at the last minute, I went, "Oi, mate." And he went, "What is it?"
If someone comes up...
It's funny, he didn't know Fielding, but did he steal a Ricky Gervais joke as well?
Oh, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure he stole a Ricky Gervais joke as well, and Gervais called him out on it and sort of like said, "No, it's nothing like mine. I only said this," and then repeated what Gervais said, and then he's repeated exactly what he said. Yeah.
And goes, "Give me your wallet, man. Give me your phone." Just go, "You're never gonna believe what's happened."
Ricky Gervais has also accused him of the same thing when he copied one of his jokes almost word for word.
Seeing a big notice board, and there's a notice, guitar lessons, and you go, "But I don't want guitar lessons."
If someone puts up a poster in a town square that says guitar lessons available, like, you don't get people in the town go, "I don't want to play the guitar."
Potentially his most famous controversy was him being named the most abusive customer ever by the owner of the Balthazar restaurant in New York in 2022.
As some of you may have seen, last week there were stories about me being banned from a restaurant.
His wife ordered an omelette, and when it arrived, there was raw egg white in it. The staff then replaced the food and sent it back with fries as opposed to salad, which they ordered. Anyone would be quite upset, but Corden took it a step too far and allegedly began yelling like crazy.
They probably just looked at him and thought, "He don't have salad, he has fries."
It's for his wife.
Still.
Crazy. He supposedly screamed, "You can't do your job, maybe I should go into the kitchen and cook the omelette myself." A New York Times reporter asked him about this, and he said to have gotten mad about it once again, saying it was beneath your publication.
It was never my intention. It just wasn't, and I love that restaurant.
In 2023, he finally gave up hosting The Late Late Show, making sure to get one last terrible carpool karaoke with Adele. Originally, the segment was more light-hearted, but its finale was overly sentimental, and particularly self-indulgent. He focused much more on his emotional farewell, rather than Adele, giving the episode an inauthentic feel.
I was floored by how you'd managed to take everything that I was feeling about myself and life and just put it in a verse.
It was an attempt to frame his departure in a positive light, despite all the controversies surrounding his career. Corden claimed he left to spend time with his family, rather than because of the hate he was receiving, but we'll never truly know for sure.
More than anything, I will just miss going into work with my friends every day.
Once again working in the UK, he has made 2 Christmas specials for Gavin and Stacey, the first of which was relatively well received. As famous Corden critic and comedian Brian Limond pointed out, James told one of the Kardashians that he's won. This is because the pair were drinking champagne on a Monday afternoon, while Corden gave her a fake and insincere pep talk about disregarding haters.
Look, you're drinking champagne at 4 p.m. on a Monday, and you're at work.
Yeah.
You've won.
So even though everyone despises him, it doesn't upset the man. He's won. You could say this statement showcases his self-assured outlook on fame. However, to some, it perfectly encapsulates why people despise Corden. A sense of detachment from reality and a difficulty understanding why people are so disenchanted with him. As he returns to the UK, time will tell if he'll regain their favour or primarily be remembered for his controversies and his seemingly fake personality.
We all work for the same thing, so you should always be nice.
I respect that. No more.
And he hasn't been very nice.
Did you enjoy this video?
Who was Piers Morgan talking about at the start when he said we asked him to come on the show and he refused?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm trying to think who it could be. No one springs to mind who it would. I mean, a lot of people would spring to mind. Pretty much everyone would spring to mind, but I can't think who he was talking about. If you know who that was, let us know.
Yeah.
But in the words of Liam Gallagher, he's a knobhead.
Knobhead, yes.
He's just full of like self-importance that's just way off the charts.
The thing is, Gavin and Stacey is supposed to be the big part of it, but he's not. The rest of the cast are the ones.
It's a sitcom, and the characters that are cast in the sitcom are very good. You know, Rob Brydon's in it, plays a great part as Bryn. But there's quite a few other actors in there which are quite funny. Larry Lamb's a good actor, comedy actor. He's a good actor, all round actor. Yeah. But there's quite a few in there. Ruth Jones, great. I don't know the way she plays, but I just can't take to him anymore. Yeah. I think I lost him with League of Their Own. Yeah. And that's where I just thought, mate, you're a knobhead. Yeah. But you know, it's one of them, each to their own. At the end of the day, you know, good luck to the guy if he wants to come over and give it a go and apologise to the masses and sort of like say, you know what?
I think he's going to have to. I don't think anybody.
I think it's too far gone. I just think he's too far gone. I just don't think. I think if you go to if you go in the pub and so I say, what do you think of James Corden? Everyone, the perfect answer, especially in the north, everyone goes, he's a knobhead. Yeah. Can't stand him. Yeah. I don't know anyone that likes him. No. There's not one person who goes, yeah, I quite like James Corden. He's a funny guy. Yeah. No, I've never heard anyone say that. No. But let's see. Yeah. See if Gavin and Stacey Christmas special turns it around for him. Yeah. That's what made him originally. Go back to his roots and so on. See if he can behave himself. Yeah. Well, there you go. Let us know what you think in the comments. James Corden, you don't know if you're from the USA. You're watching in the USA. You're glad that he's left and he's. Or do you want him back? Can broker a deal, get him back for you. Yeah. We'll take someone else in return. Yeah. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll catch you on the next one.
Bye.
Cheers.